For the first time today, we got a look at the hours-long interrogation following the Waukesha parade tragedy.
So joining us tonight, once again, to discuss today's developments, attorney Craig Mastantuono from the law firm of Mastantuono, Coffey & Thomas.
And Craig, we're going to start by showing a piece of that interrogation for everyone tonight.
If I tell you everything that happened, are y'all going to be straight up with me about what I'm facing?
You have lied to us as well, because you came out here in the red Ford Escape.
Tell me what I'm facing.
I've just told you some of what you're facing.
Some reckless endangerment. That's almost like saying I killed somebody. I just want to know why you want me to watch it.
Because I want you to see what's on the video.
Understand, my life is over. I'm trying to come to grips with that.
So the video included questions on how Brooks got to Waukesha, also detectives trying to get him to watch video of the SUV driving through the parade route. As you look at that, what's your takeaway of the interrogation?
Well, it's not a good look for Mr. Brooks, right? He's jousting a bit with the detective who's questioning him, and he's playing cat and mouse game, the detective is, with Mr. Brooks, letting out some information, seeing how he reacts, coming back at him with some more questions based on that. It's common interrogation technique, but it's also why, if you're not sure what to say, the smartest advice when faced with a confrontation like that is to invoke your right to remain silent.
And it's clear from what we saw there, he had no attorney beside him, so he did not want to have an attorney even at the interrogation.
Which is a choice that a lot of people make at that stage of the proceedings and later hire an attorney, so that's not as unusual, but yes, that's what it shows.
I want to ask you, especially as we get into the part where he will present his case, he is acting as his own attorney. What is that like? Will he take the stand? Will he just be able to talk about his take on what happened? I'm very curious as to how that'll work. Yeah, so we saw him call a witness today, and that went kind of as expected. He called a witness and questioned that witness. When it gets to whether he'll choose to testify, I think the indications are in the affirmative on that one. Mr. Brooks has been assertive this whole time, and very much so. And so it would be surprising a little bit to me if he chose not to take the stand. How that will go, the judge will set the procedure. I mean, question and answer is the typical format. Narrative is not, but when one is acting as their own attorney, they have to testify in a way that probably offers some breaks and then be subject to cross-examination by the state.
At one point today, he was removed from the courtroom and put in another room. We saw that happen during the earlier phase of this trial before the testimony. I'm curious, are you seeing a different approach from the judge during this phase of the trial as far as removing him for disruptions?
I think this was the first time she did that in front of the jurors, and so that would certainly be different. We're in the third week of a trial. It just may be that she's, not tolerating as much, and that tempers are running a little bit shorter these days. But it was different to do that in front of the jury. I'm sure that's not a choice that she wanted to make, at least as the initial go-to. But I think she had a line earlier today that he had interrupted her 10 times prior to his being removed from the courtroom. And then she went back to the procedure that the Court of Appeals, courts of review say she must follow, which is to offer him the chance to come back into court, and he subsequently did that.
All right, we will continue to watch. And again, the significance of seeing that SUV in person, what do you think?
I think it's unusual when it's not a scene that's being looked at. I know the prosecutors are saying we want the jury to see the weapon. I mean, my personal take is I don't know what that provides as much as simply a walk-around video and still photos of the vehicle itself. These are time-consuming and require a lot of security, and so it'll be interesting to see what the judge decides in that regard.
We'll follow that tomorrow. Thank you very much, Craig.